Learn about Blazor and Azure functions for serverless websites in this episode of Azure Tips and Tricks. In this video, we'll create a Blazor WebAssembly application that calls an Azure function and runs in Azure on Azure Storage static websites. To follow along, you'll need Visual Studio Code with the Azure Functions extension and the Azure Storage extensions installed. You'll also need the C# extension. And on top of that, you'll need Node.js and the .NET Core 3 or later SDK. Okay, we'll start in my local command prompt to create a Blazor WebAssembly app. I can do that with .NET new Blazor WASM and the name of the app. Here it goes. Okay, that's it. I'll open this in VS Code and this is what it looks like. A Blazor WebAssembly app, which runs completely in the browser on WebAssembly and doesn't need a server to render HTML. It has Razor files, which contain HTML and code, which makes it very easy to create web apps with C#. Okay, let's open a terminal and try it out by using .NET Run. There it goes. And it should be running here. Yep, there it is. And it works. Alright, let's switch to a new Visual Studio Code window. I'll create a new Azure function from here, which the Blazor app will use. First, pick a location, like this folder here. Okay, and now choose C#. And for the template, HTTP trigger, as I want this to run when I call a URL. Okay, let's give this a name, like this. And also a namespace. This looks fine. And for security settings, I'll choose anonymous. And let's open this in the current window. That's it. Here we go. This is the function. It comes with some default code. Let me just delete that. And next, I'll replace this with code to return the current date and time as a string. Alright, that should be it. Let me try that out by running it. And there it goes. And this should be the URL. Let's try it. And it returns the date and time. Cool. Now to get this running in Azure, let's go back to the Functions extension. And now I can deploy this to Azure. And I want to create a new function app. Okay, and give the new function app a name, like this. And select the location for the app. There it goes. I'll skip to when it is done. It is done and the function will show up in the list. Here it is, the current date time function. Let's right-click and get its URL. Alright, let's switch to the Blazor app. Here, in the index.razor file, I replaced the code to call the function at its URL and take the result to show it on the screen. Simple, right? Now let's publish the Blazor app by running .NET publish here. This creates a folder locally with all the Blazor WebAssembly files that it needs to run. The only thing we need now is a place to put these files in Azure. Let's see here in the Azure Storage extension. I'll create a new storage account, like this, and give the new account a name. And it's creating it. Okay, there it goes. This is the new storage account. It automatically has the static websites feature enabled, which means that I can run my Blazor app in it. So let's go to the files and find the files that were published. Let's see. Here they are. Now I can just deploy to static website and select the new storage account and watch it go. I'll skip to when it is done. Here it is. It is done and tells me that this is the URL. Let's take a look. And here is the Blazor app, running in Azure on Azure Storage with the static websites feature enabled. And it shows the current date and time, which it gets in real time from the Azure function. Blazor and the function are running serverless, which means that this solution is inexpensive to run and scales automatically. Go and check it out.